YouTube is awesome. And I could probably, well, I'd have to refresh my memory on some of them. Um, but there's tons on YouTube. And I think the Retro Circle might even be on there as well. Um, but if anything, you should be able to look up um, tutorials on how to do certain stitches and how to read certain patterns too. But yeah, I YouTube for me, I used you like I used it for crochet a bit, but my main thing was knitting, like doing different knit stitches and learning how to do that. And um yeah, I lived on YouTube for that. There was this one lady I used to watch her videos all the time, and her name was I Knit with Cat Fur, and she had all these videos on all these different knit stitches, and like the how I loved it is, and I had never like thought about it the way she did. Obviously, I didn't have anyone that taught me that way, but it's like this stitch pattern is a multiple of 6 plus 1 and 4 row repeat. You know, so that basically means that like knowing the multiple is the best thing, because you can, when you know the multiple of something in knitting, you can guesstimate how big you need something, especially like a blanket or whatever, and not mess up the stitch pattern. And so I loved that. When I learned how to do that, I was just like, "Oh my god, this makes my life so much easier cuz I can, take any like baby blankets were my favorite thing, but I could like take baby blankets and do these really pretty stitch patterns on them, or a simple like headband or scarf. And just because I actually knew the multiple of the thing, so I knew how big to make it or how small to make it. And me being a visual learner, YouTube was like my best friend. Super visual, so I could like stand there and watch someone doing something, and then I could like sit down and 90% of the time do it, or at least manage to do it somewhat. Oh no. Some of them were actually not bad. Like the Tetris one. That one was all squares. Super easy. It just got very repetitive when it got to the black. Because, like, most of them, it's like a lot of the colors, you were just like 16 of these and 16 of that. Then you got to the black, and it was literally 52 squares of black. That was what killed me. And I didn't have a pattern for that one. I just was going off of one that I saw on Pinterest. So like I was just going off of a picture. And I just like counted out the squares. I had to do the math with the black cuz counting black squares is near impossible, but yeah. I once thought about looking into making an original Nintendo game controller. Frickin' ads. Minecraft would be easy because it's just going to all be squares. So like Minecraft, Tetris. I've seen some really cool corner to corner ones. I don't know if you've tried that yet. Corner to corner is really easy and you can use it like a graph. Once you get the hang of it, it is like ridiculously easy, works up pretty quick. And you can pretty much take anything, turn it into a graph, and turn it into like a corner to corner. Corner to corner is, I've oh, I could have ripped off a bigger chunk. Oh well. The giant bag of stuff I have yet to go through. Where's the zipper? Of course. Let's you more situated. Okay. This here is corner to corner that I did that I couldn't finish because I ran out of yarn. And it works up diagonally. So you start at, like, this would be the starting corner, and then you go, and it works diagonally up. And then you get to like a certain point. I don't know if I hadn't got there yet, but you get to a certain point. And then you only increase on the one side, you know, to make it rectangle. But yeah, I was making this for my husband. And the cool thing is it looks like stairs. because you just do like little blocks. Each of these little stairs is a block, and you just but yeah, I ran out of yarn, like, or was almost out of yarn. I still have some, but so that's an unfinished project that I had. This is another unfinished project. Oh, I remember this. I was basically designing this myself. And I was doing like sections, and then I was upside down. This is this here, it was a pattern called Call the Midwife Baby Blanket pattern, and I've made the baby blanket before, but then I decided I was going to do my own pattern, and I was going to do these blocks and stuff, and then I was going to have sections of the Call the Midwife pattern, which has the flowers in it, and then other ones would be solid. And it was, yeah. I've forgotten all about this. I'll be, I forgot. Like, and I was doing this all, like, I was making it up as I go, basically. Like, I just used the Call the Midwife pattern, but I put my own spin on it. Because, like, the Call the Midwife, it's like every block has that flower. And then usually it's done in a solid color. But yeah, I was doing like the blue and white stripes, and then I was doing everything kind of like bordered in the... Wow, I'd forgotten about that. That might be something that I should... Ugh, I got fuzz in my eye. Might be something that I have to like eventually continue. It's super soft too. But I don't know what gray I was using. I don't think it's not this gray. I think this is all a Bernat brand. I know this is Bernat. Pretty sure this blue is Bernat. So this gray must be a Bernat as well. Yeah, because it's like super soft. What else do I have in here? Totally getting distracted from spinning. Oh yeah, this was a baby blanket that I was working on that I got frustrated with and stopped. It's a chevron stitch, and then it's got like a... It was really pretty, but I think it was getting too repetitive for me, so I started getting bored with it. You can't even see it. It's actually like pink and white, but it looks pretty much all white. That is insane. But it's like baby pink and then white. Like it was done in baby yarn. Bernat baby yarn. I used to buy the big balls of Bernat baby yarn. What is this? Oh, look! It's a bag. This is... Oh my goodness. I was using this bag as a knitting bag. Oh my goodness. It probably has nothing in it. Stitch markers! Nice. Those are actually nice ones. It's like I knew the hooks wouldn't be in there because I have the hooks. But this is a good little crochet hook case. I think I was actually originally looking for that because I was going to give it to Mom. It's like Christmas looking through this bag. I totally got distracted on what I'm supposed to be doing, but... Oh yeah, here's another Call the Midwife pattern I was doing. Squares. Oh, I haven't done one of these in a long time. It's a star blanket. Well, this one's a... These are fun to make. Bernat is my favorite to use. I usually do I have one that's still got a label? Hold on, let me shove this stuff back in here. No, that's Super Saver. Man, I got all sorts of... Oh yeah. I thought I bought this stuff after I moved, but I didn't. This stuff is stuff that I bought before I moved. I have more of this at my camper. It's ridiculously soft stuff. Needles! No, I was hoping that I had... I'm trying to think what it's called. It's Bernat... I want to say like super soft, but I don't think that's what it's called. They're fun. They can sometimes, when you're making them, if you miss a stitch or put too many stitches in, they can get a little bit warbly, but they're really cute patterns. I've made a few of them. Nothing like big. I think originally I was, with that one, I was like, I'm gonna make a big one, and I never did get around to it. I've made a couple baby blankets in that pattern. I took all the labels off. See, here's some more of that super soft yarn that I was talking about. This stuff I got at Michael's. Wool like Smiley Lane. I don't know. I've never actually gotten around to knitting with it. Retro circles. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, guys. I just, like, totally went on a a journey of digging through old projects and yarn. Exactly! Yarn show and tell. And I still have more over in my camper. All my like good wool stuff is over here, but I still have probably at least a garbage bag full. Oh no, actually I think I've been making my way through it, but at one point I had like a full garbage bag full of acrylic yarn shoved in one of my closets. But I think I've been making my way through it slowly. I did have to say, because like my brother used to get me yarn for Christmas. He'd be like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I'd be like, "Yarn." And so he'd go buy yarn, and I'd use about half of it, because he was prone to buying chunky stuff, and I don't like chunky yarn. Well, I mean, it's not that I don't like chunky yarn, it's just you need so much of it to do one project. But then I got my spinning wheel, and then it was like, buy me roving, or give me money to buy roving, or give me money to buy more stuff for spinning. He wants me to like sell my stuff on Etsy, and I'm just not there yet. I'm not at that point where, well, one, I have no interest in the business end, and I just don't want to have to be dealing with shipping stuff all the time. I mean, I can barely ship stuff to my friends. Like, it'll be like, "Oh yeah, I've got all this stuff. I just got to send it to you." And they'll be like months before I actually get around to it. I feel that that's not a good way to be if you're, selling stuff online. So that's why I figure I'll try out the market next year. And maybe attempt making some woolen dreads and trying to sell them at the store where I get my mail, because they'll sell it for me for a fee, but they'll sell it for me, and I think that would be a good start. So I just gotta try it. I'm already 3.5 hours in the stream, and I'm not even anywhere close to finishing this roving. I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. We're gonna try, though. But I don't think it's going to happen. I've been getting distracted too much.